residence is. Clarence, I've been knowing Clarence for 25 years. I've been knowing
Yeah,
Clarence.
over that. Yeah.
So I met Clarence when I was an apprentice barber and I was getting ready to take my test. Back in the day, we was at True Cuts on in Baltimore on Charles Street, and Clarence was one of our regular clients that used to come there. When it was time for me to take my test, I asked Clarence. I said, "Hey, look, do you think you can come with me to take my test? And I'll cut your hair for free. I'll do some freebies or whatever for you." So Clarence became my model that I would take down to the state board to actually take my test. Took it down there and I passed it. For real, passed it. First time, one time only, one take. And after that, when I got my master barber license, Clarence would actually become, who's the brother Sundiata, my first person that I ever trained. And when it was time for him to take his license, it was Clarence that was there to actually make that happen. And and then he would go on with many of my different barbering students, and he actually comes through with the barbering boot camp now, and he's been working with us for over 8 years since I've been doing the barbering boot camp. And so we appreciate what Clarence does, man, because Clarence, doesn't know how valuable he actually is, because he's actually a lot of times the first person that any barber, any aspiring barber would actually touch, a real live human being. So we appreciate Clarence for that. So we want everybody to know the value of Mr. Clarence here. Can we do it? So I was telling the people how important Clarence was in the barbering boot camp, and why you need people like him, because he becomes very, 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 very valuable to a program like Conscious Heads Barbering Boot Camp. But Clarence, let's see. So I've known you for like 25 years.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, and we never really talked, I guess, about and got your story. Now, my dad used to live on like 20, what was that, 23rd?
25 East 23rd Street.
Yeah, and so some kind of way I knew you then to a degree, because you used to live not too far from my father when he lived there for a few years, during that time. But Clarence, you've been coming for a long time, Charles Street, whatever. Tell you what your experience has been with Conscious Heads, I guess, or with me in general.
Well, it's been real cool, real great, and the atmosphere is nice, real, and I like it very much.
Okay.
Treat me like family there.
Oh, no doubt. Now, how's your experience been with the students, and the students
the same way?
Because you got students as young as 8 years old that's cut your hair, man. Does that make you nervous?
Interested, very interested. Yeah. I was nervous at first, but then I just started relaxing and like just give them a try.
Any of them ever cut you before, man? You ever been cut in the barbering boot camp?
No.
I think you have been, Clarence. You being nice. Somebody nipped your ear before, right?
Well, once, but it was an accident though. It was an accident.
Right. So hold on one second. We're gonna go back into this interview with Clarence. Like that. Now I guess we say we'll wait to be live and talk to. Yeah, that's good. And talk to Clarence about just anything, you know what I'm saying, and your things. But you said you want to wait to tell your story, you know what I'm saying, like your life story coming up and everything. Because everybody here, everybody on this earth has a Netflix story waiting to be told. Everybody got a Netflix story. I don't care who it is that's walking on this earth. You got a story to tell. I got a story to tell. Everybody got a story to tell. And so we as human beings, we tell our stories, and when we listen to each other's stories, we learn lessons from one another. From each other, we learn lessons, actually. So that's pretty much what it is. And so that's why I'm talking to Clarence. Like I said, very important person here. We at his building, the building where he resides at today, and he's here with it's a lot of other people that live here at this facility. So so we just talking. So I don't think Clarence is going to give us an interview today, right? So we're gonna wait.
I'll give you a little bit.
A little bit. Okay. All right. So so I guess talking about Clarence Netflix story, you know what I'm saying, where we at, you know what I mean, his story. And so you come up did you come up on 23rd Street?
I moved around a lot. I used to live in West Baltimore at one time. Off of Alamo Street, over there, Emerson Village.
Okay, that's where you come from.
Yeah, I lived there for like the first 4 years of my life.
Okay.
75 to 79. Then I moved from there.
You stayed there with who? Your mom and dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my grandparents and my mother and uncles and aunts. Everybody lived in one house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then y'all like spread out to go move and get your own spot?
Separated, yeah.
Mom and dad separated? Okay. And from there, you moved to East Side? To 23rd?
Yeah, me and my brother. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we moved around here on Barclay Street, around the corner from there.
Oh, okay. Barclay first.
Yeah, 23rd, yeah.
With mom?
Yeah, my mother, and then everybody else followed right behind it. I basically moved around around the whole city almost. Yeah. Yeah, and everything was real tough. It was like we was really having it hard. You know, my mother was laid off of work most of the time. It was hard for her to find work. And she always kept us with our grandmother. You know, she was a babysitter most of the time. And from then on, something happened to my mother, some personal situation she didn't want us to know.
Right.
So instead we came back to our grandparents, me and my brother, then a cousin of ours was there with her. And they basically raised us ever since. So yeah. So and then after that, after we got older, and then my brother and cousin, they did some crazy things. So they was asked to leave home. So I was the only one there trying to keep the family together, financially and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So at that time, it was just you and your mom?
At the time, my mom, she passed away.
Okay.
And then after that, I stayed with my grandparents after that. And then I got a job at a bakery, which I worked there for 19 years.
I remember that you working at the bakery, yeah.
And something happened to that where they nearly went out of business almost. So I just had to move on to something else.
Right.
Yeah. And then that's when I came upon you. And then that's when I started doing the modeling thing. And everything seemed to work out ever since.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you've been living here. How long you been living here?
Right now, I've been living here. This coming up this October will be 17 years.
17 years?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Wow. You been here longer than most people, right?
Some people been longer than me. Some been here for almost 20, 25 years.
Wow. Yeah. And your grandfather's here. He been here around the same time?
He got here a year before I did. So he been here almost 18 years.
Wow.
Yeah, because I came in 07. He came in 06. And my grandmother.
Okay.
Yeah, so my grandma had passed away about 6 years ago.
Okay.
And
she was more like the rock of the family, kind of sort of.
Yeah,
grandma was.
Yeah. She held us together.
I mean, because I see you, Clarence. I mean, walking past the shop. You know what I'm saying? Like even times when you're not working with the boot camp, and you know what I mean, and and just pretty much holding it together, holding it down. Right. You know what I mean? No matter, I guess, what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You always seem to be pretty happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I try to be, man.
Yeah.
I try not to let depression get me down and whatnot. I always try to put good thoughts in my head.
Right.
Instead of thinking of the negativity and the stress that's going on, I try to think of something funny or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It get to you sometime?
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't know. I mean,
like 95% of the time stress does. But I try to cope with it,
Yeah.
Like think of something real happy.
Yeah.
Think of a TV show or something.
Right. Nah, I got you. I mean that's positive, man. To find, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, because I mean, even in my life,
right.
I mean, and man, it's rich people. Rich people out here, you know what I mean? Like, look at people. I mean, no disrespect. Look at people like Diddy and all those people, you know what I'm saying? Who, you know, who out there. And there's a lot of people who got money who like got crazy stuff going on in their life right now. You know, there are people that's rich that suffer from major depression all the time because money ain't really the answer to your depression. You know what I'm saying? Most people think, you know what I'm saying? It's mental, it's physical, it's spiritual, it's all those things going on. You can have money, but then you be a lot of people lacking spiritually what they need in this world. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this is a journey that we call life. This is a journey that we all call life, and it can get tough. But you think one way. I mean, most people think that money is the key or the root, and it's not. You know, people are dealing with issues. People dealing with how they come up, the situations of how they have came up in this world. People are dealing with abuse issues. People are dealing with the loss of loved ones, you know, which is a big one. People are dealing with families being separated or divorce in general. I mean, so many different things that people deal with in this life. And that's why life is like a school that we go through. And you don't just sometimes go through one thing. You may be going through 5 different things at one time, but it's a blessing at the same time. You know what I mean? Because just as many rainy days as it be as above, so below, rainy days and cloudy days is just as much sunny days. How you doing? Just as many sunny days at the same time. So, yeah, family. So we here, we live. And you know, we just wanted to come in and share with y'all live. This is what we do, and I just so happen to, you know, bring up and hook up on our live, you know, to get some footage. Clarence, anything else you want to add in, man? About you know what I mean? Like, you want to add in there?
I just say, just don't let things stress you out so much. Just try to stay positive in your life. Don't let no one try to push you around. You know, stand up for yourself. Things like that.
Right.
Because one time I was bullied, but I started telling that person how I felt.
Right.
And then once I done that, they seemed to take me more serious. It was telling me more like a pushover.
Right.
So when I let them know how serious I am, I can still be a buddy too to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you had to draw the lines, you know what I mean? Like,
basically.
Hey, look,
that's what
all
I'm
right,
saying.
this ain't going down like this no more.
Draw a line in the sand.
Yeah, that's what it is. No doubt. Well, man, we appreciate you, Clarence. You know what I mean? Just dropping a little bit, you know what I mean? While I got this up, you know what I mean? And
thank you for having me.
Thanks, man, for helping us out. Thanks for not just helping me out, but thanks for helping out youth and barbers, aspiring barbers all over the city. You know what I mean? You don't know exactly what you mean to the barbering community right now.
Thank you.
But definitely you mean a lot to the barbering community and definitely the Conscious Heads community. Right. We appreciate you, man. Your icon in the boot camp, man.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.